Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everyone. Well, depending on where you are, what time of day it is, but it's morning here in Rome, Italy. It's about 7 a.m. right now. Um, Jam-packed day again. Yesterday, if you caught the video, we were able to see Pope Leo's first mass. We woke up early for that, got through security, were able to get up really close, up 10 rows back to the closest row you can get. Aside from being on the very front stage with them, which there was some people, but nonetheless, it's a brand new day. It's kind of chilly. I want to say it's about 65. Show you guys the weather. But today's plan is to sightsee Rome. We haven't got to Trevi Fountain, the Pantheon, the Spanish Steps, and I want to visit a really cool town that I didn't before, but everyone says there's really cool vibes, which is called Trastevere. So we're going to go there. Probably going to be a lot of walking, but as usual, I'll bring you guys along and just have you see the sights with us. The heck was that? Someone must be cleaning. But anyway, yeah, that's the plan. Let's see what else. Probably a lot of food going on this vlog too. Yesterday was really neat. But let me go ahead and stop rambling on, and I'll bring you guys along with us today, and we'll see what it brings. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Small chance it might rain, but let's hope not. Anyway, I'll let you guys go, and I'll see you in a few. Bye-bye. Alright guys, so just updating you. We hit up this local shop, and let's check out what we got. I don't know what happened with the cappuccino machine. I thought it was gonna stop on its own. Obviously it didn't, but let me go ahead and try this food. Fix the mic real quick here. Thin crust. Really good. I won't bore you guys, but let me just take a bite of this. Alright guys, I'm gonna let you guys go while I enjoy this. Alright YouTube, so we just finished the pastries and the 2 cappuccinos. It was around 20 euro. Not bad. I mean, we had quite a large piece of pizza. 2 different kinds. One was spicy, one was just like a cheese one. They charge you the pizza by weight, so I guess that's what maybe cost. It was kind of quite a bit, but it's breakfast, so yeah, it's breakfast. So, and then we had 2 pastries, both which were good. One was really like the bigger one. If you see him in the image in the clip before, it was like a big cookie is what I describe it. It looked like a croissant style, but it was like a big cookie. And then yours, what? It was good as well, right? You enjoyed it? Yeah. And then the 2 cappuccinos. So I feel awake at the moment, but we're on the streets right now, and we're gonna head over to the Spanish Steps. So let me look at my map real quick. And yeah, definitely when you're in town, you definitely need Google Maps, so you know how to get around, because if you don't, you'll probably end up lost. But yeah, it's pretty early in the morning. It's only about 10 a.m. Is it this one I go to? Yeah. People drive fast as hell right here. Look at this guy. Okay, so we can go up to that one over there. Yeah, so we're gonna walk over to the Spanish Steps, then Trevi Fountain, then the Pantheon, and then we want to make it to a really cool town, which is called Trastevere. Prior to, I'm just checking out the shops, guys. Yeah, like I want to buy my mom something. Yesterday I bought my mom a rosary, which I'll maybe show you guys at the very end as like a signing off from Italy quick video. But yeah, check out all the trinkets. They got hats with Roma, handbags, keychains of course, notepads, little bags. But yeah, the plan is to go to those points. So I'll probably be checking in with you guys as we go, so you guys can see where we're at with things. But yeah, I'll stop rambling and let me check in with you guys when we get to something more exciting. Yeah, so maybe I'll just keep talking for a bit, but we're heading into this tunnel to the other side to get into the Spanish Steps. Let me turn around, turn the camera around so you guys can see. Yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, my so far impression of Rome since I got here is overall cool. It's a fast-paced city. Everything's on go when you're out in the streets. Exploring. The cars drive really fast, so you got to be wary of that. But all in all, everyone's pretty polite. All in all, everyone's pretty polite. We haven't had any issues. Definitely do your research on the restaurants, though. I mean, you can stumble across a restaurant and it looks good, but it may not be good. That's my experience. Maybe you're the type of person that just wants to pick a spot as you're going, not really plan, right? If it catches your eyes, just go. But my recommendation would be to essentially go to Google reviews, go to Google Maps, watch YouTube videos. Of course, you're not gonna get everything from a video or Google Maps, You might stumble across a place and it's really good, but it may not be good at the same time. So definitely do your research on that is my recommendation. If you do find a good spot that no one recommended to you and you just found it, definitely recommend it to other people when they go. That way they have a good experience and aren't disappointed. But and in addition to that, of course, the euro is worth more than a lot of currencies. I'm from the US and it's definitely worth more than the US dollar. So definitely be prepared for that. But you know, when you're on vacation, you essentially should be preparing yourself to spend a little more than usual. At least that's my opinion, right? You know, these vacations don't happen every time, so be careful, people coming. These vacations don't happen every time, so I would recommend saving a bit of money to just have the most fun. People riding scooters. I wish I would have figured that out though. How to ride, I don't know, maybe I can, but I wish I could figure out how to ride those scooters or rent a bike. So far, I kind of winged it on the bus situation. It's not really hard, but at first I was confused about where to buy a ticket. You know, do I pay on board once I'm inside, or but it doesn't seem that way. Your little bus. You know, but I kind of just watched and learned. Like I just saw people getting on and they weren't really paying, like, you know, so I got on and, you know, from there I just but you know, I'm sure you have to pay, but I didn't see anywhere where people are paying or showing the ticket, if that makes sense. So I kind of just hopped on where I had a, you know, where I saw a bus stop and hopped off, you know, when I was near the Vatican. Of course, you need to pick a specific one. You know, there's various ones that are going down the same route, but may not end up in the same destination. So definitely use Google Maps to figure out, you know, which one. Let me turn the camera on. Saying, you know, which bus to take, because they are numbered and they have specific routes. But we just got out of the tunnel and now, you know, we're somewhere in Italy. I should say somewhere in Rome, obviously. What's also crazy is that a lot of vehicle models that a specific company may offer, like Honda or Suzuki or Ford, you know, or even Mercedes, like they're not available completely in other countries, and I'm sure there's a reason for that. Yeah, I'm sure there's a reason for that, but yeah, a lot of them are not available, you know, that should be. Like, you know, I'm from the US and Ford is obviously a US company, but you know, there are models here that I don't see over there, if that makes sense. So I'm sure they have a big offering, and I'm sure it's for specific reasons, you know, emissions, you know, size of the vehicle, demand. I'm sure all that plays a part. But right now I'm just showing you guys the sights around Italy, and it's pretty nice. I mean, for the most part. Let me check my map, make sure I'm going the right place. Let me check my map. Okay, yeah, we continue going straight, so I would assume that way. So, I mean, because guys, this could get confusing. That's why you definitely need a map, because that's a one way, that's another way, that's another way, that's another two ways over there, and that's another way. And we obviously came from this way, so you know, you could definitely end up walking a lot if you don't focus where you're going. See, this is what I'm talking about. I wish that you can just tap your card and turn this thing on, but I think you need an app type shit. Yeah, see? download our app, Scan and Go. DOTT. All right. So, which way do we go? Should we just cross? Yeah, we can cross to the middle, huh? Let's cross to the middle right here. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna cross. Yeah, let's wait a bit because it's getting crazy right here. Okay, now it's green, so we'll wait. Good. Okay, so maybe you can see the bus situation over there. See, I was referencing buses. So over there, once these cars pass, they'll probably pass right now, but you can see there's about 3 buses. You can see from here, down in the distance, there's about 4 buses. And I'm sure they all have different numbers. At the front, there's an 83 on there, and it tells you where it's going. But you see how they're all essentially going down the same route, which is down this way. And yeah, which is down this way, and they all have different numbers on them. So, like that one over here has a 62. See on the top of it, there's a 62. So that tells you where it's going, and Google Maps will tell you like which one is near your destination. But just being patient, waiting for the light to turn. Okay, are these buses coming or not? Okay, so these buses are coming. So look, so there's an 83 on this one. Okay, so that one's going straight. There's a 160 on this one. Another 83. And an 80. And a 492 coming up. Well, it stopped there at the light, but 492. So you can see they're all going down the same direction. But again, they all go to different destinations. So when you're trying to make your decision, definitely look at Google Maps. And I wouldn't use the maps that comes with iPhones. If you're an iPhone user, I wouldn't use that one. I would use the actual Google Maps. And I use that in Japan, so it's way more detailed, way more specific about where to go. And I haven't seen any bus stops. Okay, yeah, there's a bus stop over there. Yeah, so another thing I was noticing is I don't know how I would manage to get around prior to smartphones. What about you? So prior to smartphones, I have no idea how we would have gotten around. So, I mean, me personally, I know probably people got maps and stuff, obviously, but can you imagine, utilizing a map and trying to see where to go? That would have been absolutely crazy. But I won't bore you with that rambling on. Let me get to the Spanish Steps, and then I'll check in with you guys in a few moments. Oh, real quick, this is one of the bus stops. Right there. So right in the center of the frame here, it says 100 and 119. So those are the bus numbers. So those are the bus numbers of where it's going. So, and use Google Maps. But I'll stop talking about that, and then we will go ahead and check in with you guys in a few moments. Trying to look for some cool I'm trying to, oh yeah, pretty similar. I'm trying to find some like loafer types for my mom, but cause she says those are comfortable, but Um, yeah, maybe we'll wait. All right, guys, but look how awesome everything looks. I don't know. I'm fascinated by the streets, just the detail. Like, the buildings are old, but they're elegant. You know, class, in my opinion, you know? All right, so we're gonna keep going straight. We're gonna keep going down straight this way. All right, let me make it to the Spanish Steps, guys, and then I'll check in with you. Check this out. Wow. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, look at it. That's a nice jacket right there. Is that like a Gucci? The one on the right. Hold on, let me go check this out, guys. I want to see how much that one costs. The one on the right? You like it?
I like the shirt.
The one on the left? Huh. That caught my eye. I definitely need to check it out. Oh, wow. I was talking about this one, but yeah. Go ahead, sir. Sorry. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay, thank you, thank you. Yeah, this one's pretty sick right here, guys. But 295 euro, that's like a designer. That's like a designer. And I mean, that's a bit out of my range at the moment. You hear this, girl? Nothing's out of your range. Of course, that's why I'm saying I'm not gonna get it. But it is. I like that. I like that sweater a lot. Huh? Isn't it dope? $295 though. Maybe next vacation I'll like. Where are we? Maybe next vacation. We're over here by Florim. Okay. But like I said, look at those beautiful purses. Look at this, guys. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Well, I keep saying I'm gonna check out, but there's just a lot to see. I guess I'm pretty excited. That's the first one I see, a little golf cart. But I won't bore you guys with this, so I'm gonna check in with you guys in a moment once we get closer, all right? All right, guys, see you in a few. All right, so we made it to the Spanish Steps here, built between 1723 and 1725. Right now, its cultural significance is to, serve as an artistic and political symbolism. But back then, it was designed to become a connection between French and Spanish territories. But 1723 and 1725 is when it was built, so 1700s. Classic example of Baroque architecture, guys. So as you can see, it's a common site. It's a common meeting spot for tourists. But yeah, we made it here. It's kind of warm out, but around here there's a bunch of designer shops. We got Dior, Prada, Moncler, Hublot. Check the surrounding buildings, but mind-blowing to know this thing was here since 1700s. So you see how much history this place got? Amazing. The most recent restoration was from Bulgaria, sponsored by Bulgaria in 2015 and 2016. But definitely a sight to see. But yeah, I just wanted to fill you guys in. as we're out here on the Spanish Steps in Rome, Italy. So yeah, just enjoy these sights. All right, awesome. So I won't bore you anymore. We'll check in with you when we get to the next spot. All right, guys, so check it in. We just made it to Trevi Fountain, a terminal point for an ancient Roman aqueduct that was built over 2,000 years ago. So this is a terminal point of one of the aqueducts that the Romans built over 2,000 years. Trevi is the meaning of 3 roads that lead here. And it was commissioned in the 1700s. So that's a neat fact. By Pope Clement in 1730. So this dates back to ancient Roman times. Check it out. Me and Sandra are out here. How do you like it?
Cool.
Kind of cool or very cool?
Very cool. I like the breeze.
See? Yep. So, yeah, guys, so I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you guys know the update that we are here. It's crowded, as you can see. You know, you have to watch out for your things. Make sure you don't get pickpocketed. But it's very nice, honestly. Just take a look at it. And around here we have a gelato station, some shopping, a basilica, pharmacy, more shopping, and advertisement for AI. But it's really cool to know that, you know, a Roman aqueduct led here. This is a terminal point of it. That aqueduct was around 2,000 years ago, so really interesting to know that. One of the popes commissioned to build this area in the 1700s, so a lot of history here, as I was mentioning. But yeah, I don't want to bore you with a history lesson, but that's actually what's going on. So we're gonna go on to the Pantheon, so I'll check in with you guys once we're there a bit closer. Okay, before we go, I wanted to let you guys know of another superstition, which if you throw a coin into the fountain with your right hand, or yeah, if you throw a coin in there with your right hand, you will essentially have the ability to return to Rome. So, you know, believe it or not, maybe that's why I'm back. The first time I came, I did throw a coin over, so maybe that's why I'm back. I don't have any change on me at the moment, so who knows. Another interesting fact is that on a daily basis, 3,000 euros are thrown in there into the fountain. So 3,000 euros a day are thrown in there from just tourists and such. And the neat thing is that the money is given to charities. So make your way down here and throw a coin in there. That will guarantee you a return back. But you're also doing it for a good cause, and it's going to charity. So awesome to believe. All right, I know I said I would be leaving, but I just want to throw in that key fact for you guys. So on to the next site. We are going to the Pantheon. All right. Hey guys, so right now we are outside Hadrian's Temple, which was one of the emperors in ancient Rome. And as you can see, so this was built in 117, the year 117 of the Common Era. So it's a little bit over 100 years in, 117, year 117, Common Era. But it wasn't commissioned until after his death, by one of his adopted sons. I think it's Antonio Paez, as I was reading. But this is the actual pillars from that time. And so Antonius Pius commissioned it shortly after Hadrian's death, which was likely around 145, year 145. So about over 2,000 years ago, guys, if you think about it. These pillars have been around. As you can see there, probably had water running down there or something, but it's the Corinthian style. And also it was part of Campus Martis, an important area in ancient Rome used for public and religious functions. The original temple featured 15-meter high columns with 13 still standing. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so this is many of them. And you can see at the top the detail. During the Middle Ages, much of the temple was destroyed or reused for building materials. Common fate of many ancient ruins. All right, guys, but I won't bore you with that. We're making our way over to the Pantheon, which is another really important spot. So very, very neat. Yeah, very neat. Yeah, interesting. I guess we can just take a quick peek in there, guys. See people making their way in there. I'll go ahead and show you guys. I haven't been in there, but there's a quick podium in here. I don't think much going on in there, so. Sure. Yeah, not much going on in there, guys.
Is it soap or sanitizer?
But check out the detail of these pillars. So. And then right outside, we're in a little plaza, which is interesting how a structure over 2,000 years old is next to buildings that are a little bit more recent than that, but still old. But this was around in the Roman times. So that's an interesting fact. I'm telling you, as you're walking through the city, it's pretty much like a museum. You know, just walking the streets, you run into old ancient ruins, ancient temples. You know, like Trevi Fountain I was discussing was a terminal of one of the Roman aqueducts, which I was explaining. I don't know if I caught it on one of the videos, but throughout the city, there are little fountains of water. There's fountains of water. And so those fountains are constantly, those fountains are constantly flowing water, and the water is coming from the Roman aqueducts. So cannabis, for you guys that are into that stuff, definitely come check out that cafes. But yeah, aged meat. Ooh, that's probably good. The aged beef. Sorry guys, I'm getting used to this vlogging stuff. I know sometimes my hand gets in the way, but it's because, you know, it's real life, not planned. Just going with the flow, and sometimes I have to try to get the shot for you guys, and my hand gets in the way. So, but yeah, hopefully we come across the Pantheon in a moment. Yeah. We're in a little street with a bunch of cafes. Whew. Like any big city around the world, lots of people. Is it? Yeah. We just had that gelato, not that one, but at a different location. Party up in here, ice cream. Ooh, and we made it to the Pantheon. Look at this, guys.
They do that. They all have to.
Let's just take this in for a moment. Wow. Look at that horse. So the Pantheon in Rome is one of the most remarkable and best preserved monuments of ancient Rome. Originally a pagan temple, it has stood for nearly 2,000 years and is still in use today as a Christian church. The origins of construction. The original Pantheon was built by Marcus Agrippa in the year 27 and 25 before the Common Era. During the reign of Emperor Augustus, the inscription of the current building still reads. Wow. Which is up there, guys. If you can make it out, it says Maripal Ethos. I can't pronounce that. Let me see. Marcus Agrippa, son of Lucius, made this building when consoling for the third time. Wow. So that scripture up there is from the original times, which was over 2,000 years ago. This is a building from over that long during, Roman. The Pantheon is famous for its massive dome, the largest reinforced concrete dome in the world. To this day, diameter is 43.3 meters or 142 feet. So the occulus in the middle, hopefully we can get in there, but the occulus in the middle is about 9 meters wide. So there's a huge oculus inside of it. So the Pantheon was converted into a Christian church dedicated to Saint Mary and the martyrs. So let's get a different angle. Hello, horsey. Cute horse. All right, so let me try to figure out this situation. Let me try to get in there, guys, and see if I can, and we'll take it from there. Take a sick picture. All right, guys, so we are inside the Pantheon, like I stated. The Oculus is right above me there. And yeah, so there were two lines essentially to get inside. One was for cash and one was for debit card or credit card. I thought you needed to book tickets in advance, but you didn't. You know, some places you do, but in this case, you didn't. I just formed a line, got through it pretty quick. I want to say within 5 minutes, I was inside. But take a look. All right, guys, so in modern day, this is a Christian church. Okay, so this is a Christian church in modern days. So you can see by the different altars and such and religious symbols. The Pantheon in Rome is one of the most remarkable and best preserved monuments in ancient Rome. Originally, it was a pagan temple. It has stood for nearly 2,000 years and is still in use today. As I mentioned, a Christian church. The original Pantheon was built by Marcus Agrippa in 27 through 25 BCE. During the reign of Emperor Augustus, the inscription of the current building still reads, which it was outside as I was describing, Magripa Elev Constum, son of Lucius. So it's essentially Latin, I guess, or Roman. The Pantheon is famous for its massive dome, as you can see, the largest reinforced concrete dome in the world to this day. So it's the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world today, which is crazy. This is the largest unreinforced dome. So, as I was specifying, it's 43 meters in diameter, and of course the camera doesn't do its justice, so you definitely have to make your way out here. But yeah, I won't bore you guys too much with just images, but just want to let you guys know that we did make it in. I didn't even check the price. Did you? How much was it?
10 euros.
Oh, 10 euros. So 10 euros. I figured it wasn't that much. I probably did look at the price. I just didn't. I don't remember. But I'll check in with you guys in a few moments once we make it over to Trastevere. I think we're probably going to have lunch or something down there. Hopefully. But yeah, I'll let you guys go from the Pantheon in Rome, Italy. One of Rome's oldest standing structures and best preserved, I would say. All right, see you guys soon. All right, YouTube. So we already walked from the Pantheon to our favorite place, 433. And this time, I'm starting off with the Tonarelli Carbonara. And Sandra, what did you get? Something with chicken, as you can see, potatoes, olive oil, and salad. So this is the first time I try the carbonara with tonarelli. I'm planning to get a second dish because, you know, I eat a lot. It's not enough for me. But let's test this out. Let's see how good this is. Check it out, guys. It's with egg and cheese and bacon. Not bad. I think I like the other one better. The Tonarelli Gricia with truffle. And what kind of drinks did we get? I got the limoncello spritz. And what did you get?
Campari or something like that.
And I love them because they're strong. And Sandra got the Campari. But yeah, that's a look at her plate. She got the Campari drink. And we are literally in the middle of the street. The restaurant's called 433, and I definitely recommend it. It's hard to find a place. It's hard to find a restaurant that's good. You know, that you fall in love with the food, and I fell in love with the food here. So, and so do everyone else that comes. So does everyone else that comes here. But I won't bore you with this. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy the meal, and I will check in with you guys probably when the next plate comes in and we get the next round of drinks. But I've got the carbonara with cheese, bacon, and Parmesan. And I think I mentioned egg, and of course pepper. But yeah, I'll go ahead and enjoy this food, and I'll see you guys back when the second plate comes out. All right, bye. All right, so just checking in once again with you guys. Plate number 2 has come out. This is Tonarelli Gricia with truffles. Sandra got the same thing. Hell yeah. And we got another round of limoncello spritz. So we're about 3 drinks in and then 2 plates in. But this is what I've been waiting for you guys to check out, because this one's delicious. Way better than the first one we tried. All right, so let's see. If you're in this restaurant, make sure you try Tonarelli Gricia with truffle over the carbonara.
Are you gonna add some of this?
All right. I just wanted to I just wanted to check in with you guys before I continue on pounding this plate. Alright guys, I just wanted to check in with you, give you an update. But I'm about to tear this plate up and then we're going over to Trastevere. Alright, peace out. Reporting back from Trastevere, Rome. Well, it's a small part of Rome. Different city, as you can see. First time visiting Trastevere. You know, of course I do my research and we stumbled, look, as I turned the camera on, I just stumbled across Michelin 2024. Is this a restaurant? Look guys. So I literally just turned the camera on, no planning. I was like, let me just turn on the camera because, well, this place looks cool. And we stumbled upon, I guess what, it's a Michelin 2024. And so the reason I wanted to show you guys is because this city is cool. I mean, I learned about it on YouTube and sure enough, I came right after visiting 433. And so far I like it. It's definitely a different vibe from Monte, which is where my hotel's at. Different vibe from around the Vatican, different vibe in general. I mean, it's not much different, but you definitely feel a different vibe. So, and I guess right here they were motorcycles. But overall, I think you guys should visit Trastevere to get a different vibe outside of Rome, right? What do you think about the vibe? Beaver says it's chill. So if she says it's chill, then you must visit. Very relaxing part of town. So definitely come through, check it out. I'm looking for a barbershop, but I haven't found one yet. So maybe right here? Nope, not a barbershop. But yeah, we had lunch at 433. Dude, I am jam-packed right now. I ate 2 plates. One was a carbonara, as you guys saw. The other one was a tonarelli grisha with truffles, which I would 100% suggest that over the carbonara. And as you guys saw, Sandra had the chicken with salad and olive oil and potatoes, which looks delicious. I tried it actually, it was good. And we had a few drinks, but after that I decided we walk through this town, Trastevere. It's a little bit south, I would say, of Rome, but we actually do have a destination that I wanted to check out. And it's, I guess, one of the pyramids that was built way back then. So that's where I'm going right now, checking out one of the pyramids. And we were going down one street and I'm like, let's check out this other street, like let's just walk down one of the streets. And we went up this really hilly area, but now we're heading down towards our course, towards the course that we wanted to go. And yeah, check this out, so. Definitely it feels more relaxed, huh? Doesn't it feel more relaxed? Although it's relatively close to the Vatican and it's relatively close to the Colosseum, but it's a little bit more south than all of that. And yeah, now we're here walking down the street. So all of this is new. I'm just looking around, experiencing it with you guys. Let me just turn the camera around so you guys get the vibes as I'm walking. Taggings. I mean, although there's graffiti and stuff, it doesn't feel dangerous at all. Oh, look at the bus station. No. Sandra right away is asking, are we hopping on? No, we're not. We're walking. We're exploring. I'm not tired at all. I was sitting at the restaurant literally for 2 hours, which no complaint there. It was my choice. You know, I ate one plate of food and I ate a second plate of food and I had about 3 rounds of drinks. So we're feeling kind of toasty right now. So, but jokes aside, this is definitely a town you guys want to visit. Trastevere, put it on your list. Every time I visit a city, you know, rather if it's once or twice, I definitely want to try something new each time. What I found unique is this. So cars parallel park, right? But the smaller ones, this is the second one we see, right? So parallel parking is the norm, but if the car is small enough, it just backs in to the street, right? It just backs into the street. I found that pretty funny. He just backs in like no problem, you know? Parallel park and then just back in if you're small enough. And the cops just drive by. Those are cops right there. Cops just drive by without an issue. So if you rent a car, if we rent a car next time, we know how to park, right? So I'm just feeling kind of sleepy right now. You feeling kind of sleepy? All right, well, Sandra's feeling kind of sleepy / toasty. I'm gonna get to the point of interest, which is the Vatican. Or no, sorry, the Vatican. It's one of the pyramids that we want to get to. So I'll check in with you guys once we get a bit closer and see, you know, what's nearby. So check this out. Obviously, it's just a street, but what I really like about this place is the greenery, right? Should we walk over there? Look kind of like, it looks like a park over there, no? Does it? Or am I tripping? You see that over there by the buses, behind the buses? Should we walk that way? What do you think? Sandra, the camera's asking what you think.
What do I think about what?
Going that way. Or should we just head over to the pyramid like we thought? All right, well, Sandra called the shots. We are gonna check in with you guys once we hit that pyramid spot. All right, check in a few minutes. So guys, I just came across a market and thought it was really cute. I mean, look at these little peaches, oranges, cherries. I don't know, for some reason, blackberries, blueberries, bananas. For some reason, it looks a lot better than this. Look at these huge bell peppers right here. Wow. I don't know, it looks a lot high quality than I thought. Cheeses, yogurts. I don't know what I'm looking at. What is this? Paciencia de Puerta? Huh. Potatoes. I don't know. Look at these fresh carrots. I don't know. In the supermarkets I go to, they're not like laying a... You want to eat more food? Sandra's crazy. We just ate 2 plates. See, look at... This is how you know that whenever you see Barilla, they sell it in France. Or sorry, Paris. Sorry. Yeah, Paris. I've seen it in Paris, but we see it in Italy too. Barilla. I've seen this in the States, but I wonder if I should take an olive oil home or something. Ooh, this reminds me of Japan. These little soups, remember? Dude, whenever we went to Japan, we had a favorite soup, and it was these packaged soups, but oh my God, they were so delicious.
You should take one of these to the room.
But how are we gonna get boiling water?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Sandra just makes suggestions without thinking it through. Happens often too. It happens a lot more than you think it does. Ooh, look at, are these little baby olives or are these peas? Huh. Yeah, I'm essentially just, I'm thinking of taking one of these olive oil home. I mean, Costco sells olive oil, but there's nothing like getting it from the Mecca, you know what I'm saying? But I think I'd be carrying way too much weight to get through the border, like 1 liter. Yeah. See, 100% Italiano. See, we need something like this. 100% Italian.
Quality?
I think it's, is that one or this one? Huh. Guys, I don't know. Do you think I should take an olive oil home? Put it down in the comments if, when you're in Rome, type questions, do we take olive oil home? Would you, Beeps? Yeah. Check that out, guys. Chips, onion rings. Oh, this is the wine area. Look. Should we take one of the wine home, babe? I think if I find the one that was on the menu, I think I might take it. It was Barolo or something like that. Gusto. Gusto. Let me. Hold on, guys. Let me take a look at my phone. Dang it, it's in my bag. Prosecco. Nippon Kitchen. 2022. Huh. That might be a good one to take. There's so much choices for wine. I really, really want to take one home. I don't know what to take though. Here, hold this for a second while I check the menu. Guys, I took a picture of the menu at the restaurant, and I'm gonna see if I can find the bottle of wine I want. So, and I know I'm not to say the most expensive are the better ones, but I took a picture of the expensive ones. So let's see. We got Amarone della Valpolicella, Barolo, Brunello. Okay, so we're looking for Brunello, Amarone, and Barolo. So two, Brunello and Barolo and Amarone. Okay, so Barolo, sorry guys, Barolo and Brunello. Barolo and Barolo. So let's go ahead and take a look, see if you can find that. Barolo. Let's look for Barolo and something with a B. To Barolo and Barolo. Okay. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't want to be boring you guys with this video, but I think it's interesting, you know, when you're in this part of the country, or this part of the world, I should say, then definitely take advantage, because once you're in the States, you know, of course, they can't import every sort of wine into where you stay. So right? So I hope that makes sense. I mean, every type of wine that exists cannot be imported to the states that you live in. Well, at least they probably won't offer it. You know, they probably offer what's most for sale. That's crazy, guys. I can't find it. They probably would have it under lock and key. All right, well, Prosecco. Prosecco, Prosecco, Prosecco. 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 Damn. Well, I cannot find it, guys, so I guess we'll wait. I mean, maybe patience is key in this situation. San Juan. I know it's a $55 bottle of wine, so maybe we'll wait. Maybe patience is key in this situation. Well, we see a local taking one of those. Maybe that's a good one. Let me see. Rosé. Yeah. I think we'll continue on outside and get to the actual pyramid. But yeah, I just wanted to check in with you guys. Show you. Corona's way out here. What'd you find?
Some cheese, that ham I want.
All right, well, are we ready to go? All right, guys.
Cheers.
Seafood, guys. All right, guys. Well, we didn't find the bottle of wine. I literally took a picture of the menu from the restaurant 433, and those bottles were like 55 per bottle. So I was trying to find that, but I didn't find it here. I'll meet you guys outside once we get to the pyramid, and yeah, we'll take it from there. See you guys in a few moments. All right, welcome back. So we have made it to our last point of interest for the day. As you guys know, we made it to the Spanish Steps. From there, we went to Trevi Fountain. And after that, we went to the Pantheon. And now we are at the famous pyramid. Let me go ahead and flip the camera around so you guys can take a look. Now, guys, if that's not amazing, then I don't know what is, but look at this.
You took so many.
Yeah, I always think
There we are. Check this out, you guys. All right, so I just want you guys to take a glimpse at it, but essentially This is the pyramid that I was talking about. So the Pyramid of Cestius is one of the most unusual and striking monuments in Rome, a true Egyptian-style pyramid built during the Roman Empire. Some historical background: built between 18 through 12 BCE during the reign of Emperor Augustus, commissioned by Gaius Cestius, a Rome magistrate and member of a religious college who wanted a grand tomb. It was constructed by Cestius' tomb, reflecting the Roman elite's fascination with Egyptian culture, which was popular after Egypt became Roman province in 30 BCE, following the defeat of Cleopatra and Mark Antony. The material it's built from is a brick facade, concrete, and covered in white Carrara marble. Dimensions: 36 meters tall, which is 118 feet tall. The base is 30 meters wide, which is about 100 feet on each side, guys. So let me walk around. The pyramid is sharply pointed, imitating Egyptian pyramid, but a similar scale. Unlike the step-style pyramids of Mesoamerica, it follows the smooth sides design typical those of Giza. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and walk around it. Sheesh. Guys, if that's not dope, I don't know what is. Guys, this is truly a stunning tomb of one of the Romans who lived back in the day. I wish I could read that Latin writing on there, but obviously I can't. I use Google Translate for some of the things, and honestly, there aren't any like real tourists around here, which is crazy. Like, as awesome as it is, guys, we're like the only tourists here. But yeah, take a look at this. Guys, truly stunning piece. Definitely a must visit. I can't believe we're really the only ones here taking pictures. As awesome as it looks, we're like really the only people. I thought this place would be packed. Guys, this is not to be missed. I can't believe it's not like mentioned more on YouTube and such. Like, you know, like, wow, guys, sick, absolutely sick. You know, I didn't think there's gonna be something leaning there against it, or, you know, clipping it off, but it is, and absolutely sick, guys. So we just did a 360 around the building. Well, I would say a 180. Can you imagine that tunnel, like how long it's been there and how many people has gone in and out of it? That's crazy, you guys. Let me scoot back. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys a brief story about it. Hopefully you guys enjoy this vlog. I don't want to bore you too much, but guys, this is absolutely an amazing piece. Definitely come visit it when you're in Rome. Look how cool this little red car is. definitely make your way out to this part of the town, Trastevere. It's right over a bridge. First Special Service Force in Memorial. Huh. Let me see if I can use Google Translate, guys, to read some of this information here. Let me turn the camera around for you. Let me turn the camera on. Yeah, so I want to make that out here. But look at that cool little car. Let me take a picture of that little car. All right. So, yeah, I want to read these scriptures. So it looks like it's making a memorial for someone, or honestly, I'm not quite sure, but it says First Special Service Force, and so let's see if we can make any of this out here with Google. Thank God for AI, because so it says, so the bottom one here says, in this place that remembers the sacrifice of those who failed to reconquer Italy, freedom and democracy trampled from Nazi fascist barbarism, the Capitolini administration has placed in perennial remembrance of the faithful servants of the Republican state and of the simple citizens who fell in Rome as victim of terrorism, barbarism. The resistance continues. Rome 24, 1980. So that's what this one says right here. Let's see if we can read the one above it. See if we can read the one above it. The one above it says, nothing in particular that I can read. Okay, so the top one says, limit mark for 17th century to defend from barbarian soldiers of all arms, citizens of all those classes, guided only by faith, by opposing the invader German. They showed to the Italians a path of honor and freedom. So I guess that's for let me check this one out here. So this one says, to the women of Rome who united with the soldiers and the people in the days of extreme danger and of fearless resistance, they defended the city and their homeland. They helped the wounded. They comforted all facing death, many losing their lives. The municipality of Rome and the National Association of Italian Partisans placed the plaque as an everlasting remembrance and honor his encouraged piety, ideal of freedom and peace. Well, hopefully that tells you a little bit of history of this area and why it's important, but I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this vlog. Definitely takes a lot of work to go and see all these sites and tell you more about them, but I enjoy it. You know, it doesn't really bother me as much. But if you like the vlog, hit that like button so it can help the channel grow. Subscribe if you guys want to see more videos. I'm going to continue my trip tomorrow in Florence. From there, the day after, we catch a plane to France. We're gonna be all over France, and we're gonna take a day trip, similar how we did in Venice. We're gonna take a day trip to Amsterdam. So looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are there to watch it. I'm gonna sign off. All right, peace. Take care, everyone.